we doing Tuesday? Good. Good to see you guys. I hope you're having a good week so far, even though it's just the beginning. Olivia's going to demo for me tonight. So she's going to be the body up here. I'm going to lead you with my voice. And if you were here last week, or pretty much any class this month, you probably know, sorry, I have a hair in my mouth, there we go. You probably know that our monthly theme this month is the 5 koshas and or warrior shapes. So week 1 with me, we did warrior shapes. Last week, we did the second kosha, Annaymaya. This week, we're going to do the first kosha, Annaymaya. And if you're like, what is a kosha? Don't worry, I'll explain it to you. But I'm going to let you get into a comfy shape before I get there. You should have 2 blocks, a blanket, and a bolster. You are also welcome to grab any other props that you want at any time. And just a little reminder, everything is optional. So anything I give you, it's simply a suggestion. This is your practice, your time. If you want to sit, you want to breathe, you want to lay down, you want to do Shavasana for 60 minutes, please, by all means, do that if that's what works for you. If you want to leave, leave. All right? With that being said, we're going to start in a child's pose. It can be a supported child's pose if you would like to place your blanket underneath of your legs, maybe a block underneath of your bum, maybe a block or a bolster underneath of your chest or head. You can use one, all, or none of those props. So the 5 koshas are these energetic systems or energy fields that surround your body. The first one, the one we'll be working with tonight, deals with the physical being. So very much so like your skin, your organs, what makes you you, the matter of your body, and then also how those organs work. So digestion, the beating of your heart, all of the other things that are very sciencey. So we're going to deal with a very, very physical practice and really tapping into our physical body tonight. By no means does that mean it's going to be like power yoga. One of those organs is our lungs, and so before we start any movement, I want you to move your awareness to the movement of your lungs as you breathe. In addition to bringing awareness to our physical body, we're going to be bringing a little bit of love and attention to our shoulders, our chest, and our hips tonight. So as you breathe in, see if you can fill your lungs up enough that maybe you feel the diaphragm pushing down into your pelvic floor. See if on your next breath in, you can create a little space between your shoulder blades and feel your spine maybe rising up higher towards the ceiling. Start to slow your breath down, evening out the time it takes you to fill your lungs up and empty them out. We have 3 more breaths here in this shape. breaths here. You can stay. If you're ready to move on, slowly start to roll your way up to a seat. You can find any comfortable seat, whether that's hero's pose, sitting on blocks, bolster, or cross-legged, maybe legs stretched out in front of you. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Feel your sit bones connecting you to the mat, that physical touch of your body to earth. Then stack your spine like it's a tower of blocks, one on top of the other, growing tall towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, your shoulders come up towards your ears. Use your exhale to soften them down away from your ears. 2 more like that. Inhale, really shrug them up and lower. 1 more like that. On this next inhale, your arms sweep overhead. With your exhale, just let them fall back down to the earth. Again, inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, soften them down. Breathe in, arms rise up. This time you twist towards the white wall, towards the right side of your space. The arms can extend out, fingers spread, or they can drop down light on the mat. Your choice. Use your inhales to stack your spine. Exhales to twist. Another big breath in here. Slow exhale. Your front hand, that's going to be your left hand, is going to come to your right knee over towards the white side of the room. Yep. And then you'll take a look at your back hand. Start to rise it up off the mat. Really spread the fingers. Reach it towards the back of the room. And then reach it up towards the ceiling. Bring it all the way out in front of you. Cross it over your front arm to the opposite knee. Round through your back. Tuck your chin. Feel your shoulder blades pulling apart behind you as you open up the space behind your heart. On your next inhale, release your hands. Reach them up towards the ceiling again. Exhale, twist towards the pink wall. Hands wherever you would like. Inhales, you grow tall, crown of your head rising up. Exhales, twist. 2 more breaths here. Your front right hand will come across the body to the opposite knee. Take a look at your back hand as it rises up. Spread your fingers wide. Rainbow it over your body in front of you. Cross the arms round through your back. Tuck your chin. Pull your shoulder blades apart behind you. 1 more big breath here. Stay for your exhale. And go ahead, release the arms, reach them all the way up overhead. You're gonna bring your right hand out in front of you, palm faces up. Left elbow will come right inside the eye of your right elbow. And then option here to either bring the backs of your hands together for an easy eagle, or grab opposite shoulders, or maybe wrap the forearms around for eagle arms. You choose which version works for your body tonight. The elbows lift up in front of your shoulders. Take a big breath in, maybe lift them a little higher and add an arch through the spine. With your exhale, crunch, pull your elbows down towards your pelvic floor, round your back. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift up, arch through your spine. Exhale, crunch it in, engage through your core. 1 more, your breath. On this inhale, unwind your arms, big, wide reach up. Left arm comes out in front of you. Right elbow inside. You choose whether it's back of hands, grabbing shoulders or wrapping arms. It doesn't have to be the same as the other side. Lift the elbows up so they are right out in front of your shoulders, and then lift them higher as you arch through the back. Use your exhale to crunch, pull elbows down towards pelvic floor, engage your core. 2 more times, your breath, your movement. And on your next inhale, the arms release, they sweep up high. And bring them out in front of you, tabletop, hands and knees. You have the option to place your blanket underneath of your knees for cushion if you would like. You start to move in and out of cat and cow, rounding and arching through your spine. It doesn't really matter which one is the inhale, which is the exhale. Let whatever falls be. But a slow, steady movement where one part of the breath matches one movement and the other matches the remainder. Take one more round here. Land in a neutral spine. Feel your core engage. Reach your right arm out towards the white wall to the side, and then maybe up towards the ceiling as you add an open twist. Thread the needle. Right hand slides behind your left wrist. You have a block or a bolster if you want the ground to rise up and meet you. You can extend your left arm forward to really stretch through the side body, all the way from fingertip through armpit, up into the left hip crease, or at a half bind for a little extra love through the shoulders. 2 more breaths here. Really stick your right shoulder down to the mat. Then feel your spine moving back towards the white wall. 1 more breath in. Left hand comes back down to the mat to assist as you untwist. Right arm reaches out and up. Tabletop. 1 cat, 1 cow. Use your breath. Neutralize your spine. Curl under your toes. Spread your fingers wide right underneath of your shoulders. Hover your knees an inch, a millimeter, several inches you choose. The higher they go, the less challenging this work is. Breathe into the strength, light up through the center of your body. And then lower your knees down. Left arm reaches out to the side wall and then up. Thread the needle, you know where you're going. Option exists here to send your right arm forward. Really reach from pinky all the way up the outside of the arm. Feel the stretch through your armpit up into the right hip crease or your half bind. Feel the space where your left shoulder connects with the mat. Lean into that space. And then press your spine towards the pink wall. See if you can create a little tugging motion as you pull the muscle. 1 more big breath in. Right hand comes back down to the mat. Unwind. Counter stretch twist if you'd like it. Reach high. Tabletop. 1 cat, 1 cow. Neutralize your spine. Curl under your toes. Hug in through the center of your body. Hover your knees. 1 breath here. Downward facing dog. There can be movement if you'd like to pedal at the heels, wag your tail, shake out your head. Notice the quality of your breath. Spread your fingers wide and press down into the mat. You're trying to slide the mat forward under your hands. A big breath in and out. Lift your right leg. Reach your heel towards the back of the room. Find some length. Then decide to stay or bend your right knee. Lift the foot up towards the ceiling and then maybe let it fall over towards the pink wall. You might roll out the ankle, roll out the knee. Straighten your right leg, reach your heel back. Once again, and pull your right foot forward, planted somewhere near your right hand. Drop your back knee to the mat. Maybe your blanket or a block slides under it for extra cushion. You are welcome to keep your hands down light on the mat or on your blocks, or if you'd like, reach them up towards the ceiling, engaging across the front of the body. Your low lunge. Soften your shoulders. Your left arm will come out in front of you. Palm faces up. Right elbow hugs inside as you find your variation of eagle arms, whether that's grabbing shoulders, back of hands. Lift your elbows high. If you feel stable on your inhale, arch through your spine, maybe lift the chin. With your exhale, round through your spine, hug elbows in. 2 more times with your breath if you want it. You can also stay static, breathing. This is your practice. Listen to your body. Feel the connection of the arms to each other. And then if you are moving on this inhale, release the arms, reach them high. Half split, hands can come down to your blocks or the mat. Straighten your front leg, your hips shift back. You might peel your front toes up towards the ceiling. Soften the bend in your right knee so that you feel this stretch in the belly of the muscle rather than the back of your knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, a little bit of a different transition. You're slowly gonna set the booty all the way down. And then slide your back foot out from under you. Right leg stays straight, left knee bent. We'll pick our left leg up, cross it over. Breathe in, reach up. Twist towards the pink wall. You're welcome to hook your right elbow outside of your bent knee, or you can wrap it around the inside of it. Use your inhale to sit tall. Exhale to twist. One more breath in. As you exhale, you'll slowly untwist. And from here, bring your left foot back to the inside. You're gonna roll down onto your back. Pull your right knee in with you as you come down. Left foot stays onto the mat. Figure 4, right ankle crosses in front of your left thigh. You are welcome to keep your left foot on the mat or lift it up and wrap hands behind your left thigh. Feel your spine connecting with the earth. Allow your shoulder blades to flatten, creating indentations in your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more full breath here. Gently release your figure four. Hug both knees into your chest. Maybe a little rock and roll left and right. And from here, it's not a yoga shape, but it's a little fun. You're going to start to rock and roll front to back like you are on a swing set until you gain enough momentum that you feel like maybe you can plant your feet, stand all the way up, reach your arms overhead, stretch tall. And then sink into chair. Bend the knees, booty back. Heart opens, core engages. Breathe in. Maybe sink a little lower with your breath out. Springboard tall stand up. Fold down to the mat. Soft bend in your knees. Halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Plant your hands, step back, high push-up. Land in your first high push-up. Stay static, stay strong. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can always drop the knees. One more breath in it. Bend your elbows slowly lower all the way down to the mat this first time. Point the toes, squeeze your glutes, lift just your chest in, head a little bit for cobra. Then lower all the way back down to the mat. Engage through your legs again, lift a little bit, cobra, keeping our low back safe. Lower all the way down. You have that option, or upward facing dog. Inhale, lift up. If it's up dog, hips lift off of the mat. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale. Notice the spaces where you connect to the earth. Can you pour yourself into those points of connection a little bit more? 2 more breaths here. Your left leg will lift. Reach your heel towards the back of the room. Go for length first, and then if you'd like, bend your knee, press the sole of the foot up, and maybe start to tip it towards the white wall. You can add any movement to the leg that feels good to you. Press equally down through both hands. Specifically, that left hand may want to kind of pull away from the mat. Re-straighten your lifted leg. Press your heel back. Pull your left foot forward. Plant it somewhere near your hands. Drop your back knee to the mat. You choose your variation of low lunge, whether it's hands on blocks, arms reaching high. Breath sounds beautiful. Keep it fierce. You can stay with the arms reaching up, or right hand forward, left elbow inside, eagle arms, your variation. Elbows lift up in line with the shoulders. You can stay or engage through the core. Inhale, arch, lift up. Exhale, crunch, round. 2 more times, your breath. When we are in this shape through our legs, we have to keep our core strong in this movement. On your next inhale, release the arms, reach them high. Half split. Blocks are there for you under your hands. Check in with the sensation, the physical sensation in your left leg. Are you feeling this stretch more behind the knee? If so, bend your knee a little bit more. See if that shifts it into the muscle. One more breath in it. And it's that wonky transition of moving the booty all the way down onto the mat and pulling your back foot out in front. The right leg stays bent and the foot crosses over towards the pink wall. Reach your arms up, sit tall, breathe in. Twist towards the white wall. Notice if your right foot is trying to pull itself away from the mat. Can you actively press it down? breath out to twist. And slowly untwist back to the front of the room. Bring your right foot back to the inside of your left. Lower down onto your back. The straight leg is the one that pulls into your chest. Beautiful. Right foot on the mat. Figure 4. Yes. You are welcome to keep your foot connected to the earth or lift it up. Loop hands behind the thigh. Feel your spine like a heavy rope sinking into a pond. Let it sink into your mat. Breathe in and out. One more inhale. Let it go. From here, you unwind the legs, hug them into your chest. Maybe some rocks and roll left and right first. And then when you feel ready, start to rock and roll front to back. Let the shins be loose. Gain some momentum. Engage through your core. When you feel ready, plant the feet. Make your way all the way up to a stand. Arms rise up. Chair sink. Notice as we move into a really strong shape, are you tending to hold your breath or are you tending to burn that fire? Yes. One more breath in. Maybe you sink a little lower. Springboard tall, maybe heels rise. Fold down to the mat. Halfway lift. High push up. Option for knees on the ground or not. Lower with your exhale. You decide how low. Cobra or upward facing dog. Squeeze your glutes. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more breaths here. On your inhale, the right leg lifts up. Maybe you open up through the hip. And then right foot travels towards the top of your mat. Option to drop your back knee or this time keep it lifted. High lunge. Arms sweep up. Find your stability here. Back heel popped off of the mat as long as it's okay with your back foot. And a soft bend in your back knee to really burn into the muscle. Take a big breath in. This time we cactus the arms, maybe arch through the spine. Exhale, round, reach the fingertips forward. Hands may touch. 2 more times. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, round, reach. 1 more. From here, hands might come to your hips as you stack shoulders over hips. Start to shift weight into your front foot. It's a really big move. Your back knee comes all the way up, one-legged mountain. Hands could stay on hips, rise up, come to your heart wherever you feel most stable. If we have to set the foot down and pick it back up, no big deal. 1 more breath here. Figure 4, cross your lifted leg in front of your standing and then bend into your standing leg. Breathe. Two more. Maybe you sink a little lower. 1 more here. And then you'll cross your legs, fold forward. So it's going to be your left leg in front. Drop your head. You'll keep your hips right where they are. Walk your hands over to the left towards the pink wall. There's a tendency for our right hip to want to pull towards the front of the room. Can you hug it back? Breathe in. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Find your blocks on their tallest heights under both of your hands. Halfway lift. Shift the weight into your front foot, your left foot. I'll give you a moment to think about that. Lefts and rights are twisted. Then your right foot extends back, warrior 3. We had to throw a warrior in because it's warrior month. Hands can stay on the blocks light or they might come to your heart. You choose. Bring the breath with you into the shape. One more. Inhale. Lower your lifted foot to the back of the mat. High lunge. What? Right into the other side. Soften your shoulders. Adjust where your feet landed so that you feel stable. You might walk your back foot over to the white wall. Left foot over to the left pink wall. Bend a little into your back knee. Bring the muscle into the work. On your next inhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, round reach. 2 more times your breath. And then hands may come to hips as you stack tall shoulders. That really big move, bring the weight into your front foot, and then back foot comes up, one-legged mountain. Focus your gaze on something that's not moving in the room, maybe a corner of the triangle, and then breathe. You guys are all holding your breath. When you are ready, you'll cross your lifted ankle over your standing leg, figure 4. Hands might move to your heart. Imagine that you are sinking literally back into a chair. Allow your breath to come to the seat of this shape. One more inhale. With your exhale, you'll cross your legs, fold forward. The right leg is the front one. You have your blocks if you would like them. Keep your hips where they are. Walk your hands over to the right towards the white wall. Hug your left hip back like you're planting your booty against the back of the room. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk the hands back to the top of your mat. Maybe hands on blocks. Halfway lift, first engaging the core. Then lift your left leg, the back one. Warrior 3. If hands are on blocks, maybe you play with making them light. Maybe one comes to your heart, maybe both. Breathe into this shape. Feel that breath going down through your right foot into the earth. One more inhale. High lunge. Your lifted foot lands at the back of your mat. Adjust where your feet land so you feel stable. Big breath in. Soften your shoulders with your exhale. This time, left hand comes forward. Eagle arms, right arm wraps above. Any variation. Strong, strong core. Option to add that movement. Arch through the spine, look up. Exhale, round crunch. 2 more times if you want it. You can also skip it. Breathe. After the 3rd time you stack, keep the arms. Really press your right foot down into the mat. Pull your left knee up and in, still eagle arms. Yes. From here, once you have found your balance, you can choose for either figure 4 with the legs or eagle with the legs, crossing left leg over the right. Hug the legs together as you sink down and back. You want to feel the connection of your legs touching each other in your eagle. Really squeezing it in. Breathe in. Maybe sink a little lower with your exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, sink. This time we unwind, stand all the way up, plant both feet, reach. Fold forward, drop your head. Walk your feet a little bit wider, ragdoll. Any variation. You can let the arms hang heavier, fold them into your elbows. There can be movement or stillness. your hands, step back, high push-up. You can skip it or lower slowly with your exhale through low push-up. Up dog or cobra as you inhale if you're finding the vinyasa, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. It can also be a pause in child's pose. We finish up with the other side. Use your inhale to lift your left leg up. Maybe bend your knee and open it. And slowly pull your left foot forward. You guys thought I was going to forget, and we were not going to get that, but we got it. High lunge. Reach the arms up. Find stability through your feet. Back heel lifted if it's okay with the foot. Your right arm comes out in front. Eagle arms, your variation. Lifting elbows up. You choose to stay and breathe, or inhale, arch through the spine. Exhale, round, hug through your core. 2 more times if you are finding the movement. Let your breath guide you. Beautiful breath. Now keep that breath as you stack your shoulders and pull your back foot up and in. Can we stick with the breath and the balance? You choose figure 4 with the legs or eagle. If it's eagle, feel the physicality of your body really hugging into itself. Bend into your standing leg like you're sitting back in a chair. Breathe in. Breathe out, maybe sink a little lower. Last time in eagle, last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Then unwind, stand tall, both feet on the mat. Fold. Walk your feet wide, ragdoll. Or maybe this time you take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes for yogi toe walk. Maybe the elbows bend out to the right and the left. You allow your head to hang heavy for traction on your spine. Breathe in. Release the hands. Bring your feet under your hips. Halfway lift. Plant your hands high, push up. Slowly lower to your degree. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. You have a choice here. You can stay in down dog. You can move to child's pose. Or you can lower to your forearms for dolphin. We've warmed up the shoulders a whole lot. We haven't really worked on the strength of the shoulders too much. If you're moving into dolphin, notice just how much your heart can open up towards your toes. Your hips can stack on top. Maybe tiptoeing, walking your feet towards your elbows. Lots of strength through your core. If you are in dolphin, maybe you float one foot up in the air. Lots of breath to fuel your shape. If you're in child's pose, breathe into your back. If you have that foot lifted in dolphin, go ahead and switch to the other one. You are almost through the shape. If you are on dolphin, really slowly come to a forearm plank. I know you're like, wait, what? Shift the shoulders forward just a little. Trust me on it. Deep breath in, forearm planks. And then child's pose. your heart. Feel the places where your body connects with the outside world, such as your mat or the air moving around the room. You are welcome to stay right here, or bring yourself up to a tabletop. Cats and cows with your breath. As you are taking these next several rounds of cat and cow, I want you to start to think about if you would prefer a half pigeon or a reclined pigeon. If you're not sure, try on half pigeon first. If that doesn't work for your body tonight, you can always switch to your back. If you are moving into a half pigeon, next time you pass through, find neutral spine, curl under your toes, and lift up to downward facing dog. From down dog, slide your right knee up and place it somewhere behind your right wrist. Your right foot can come in front of your left thigh, and then you'll slowly start to lower down. Your back leg is straight. You might take a block and wedge it underneath of your right hip or your blanket if you need like less height than a block or some more cushion. It can be really nice to take your bolster and place it underneath your chest, and if you even want a little bit of lift, you can take a block and put it on the furthest edge of your bolster as well. If you are feeling any pinching, pain, numbness, please just raise a hand in the air. I'll come take a look, give you another option. If you are feeling a little bit of discomfort, see if you can breathe into that. I'll be moving around the room just to turn off the fans and turn down the lights, so if you hear me. Notice if you are holding tension in your shoulders or in your hips, your legs, your jaw. And ask your body to soften little by little with every exhale. Practice what bubbles to the surface. Just taking notice of that without judging whatever it is that shows up. Knowing that you have full control whether or not you give that attention. You can choose to entertain the thoughts that arise, or you can choose to notice them and then set them aside. more breaths on this side. If you would like to stay longer though, you're welcome to. When you've reached your 5th breath, and there's no rush, start to gently lift your chest up. You may choose to come back to down dog directly, or pause in child's pose, or take several cats and cows, whatever works best for your body. When you are ready, no rush whatsoever. The left knee will slide up behind the left wrist. Left foot can settle in front of the right thigh. Allow yourself a gentle, slow move into this shape. It doesn't have to look anything like the other side. There can be more props, less props, no props, all the props. And if half pigeon is just not what this side wants, raise your hand in the air. I will come over and walk you through half pigeon or reclined pigeon on your back. You have 5 more breaths here. If you would like to stay longer, then stay. If you are ready to move on over the next several breaths, start to lift your way out of this side. If a cat, cow, a child's pose, or tabletop, or even a down dog would feel good for your body, take what you need. You have 5 breaths in whatever that is, movement or stillness. And then you'll start to make your way to a seat. You'll want your bolster and your blocks nearby as we set up for a supported fish. I like to set this up by placing my bolster north to south at the back half of my mat. I also like to have a block nearby as an extra lift behind my head, but you're going to find what works best for you. You'll lay back on the bolster. Ideally, that bolster comes to where your bra strap is, not all the way down to your low back. And then maybe that block comes behind your head for that extra lift, or both blocks can come under your arms for additional lift. If the bolster's height is extreme for you, you're really feeling a lot of sensation here, you can opt instead to place a block with your blanket over top of it for extra cushion, and then lay back on that between your shoulder blades. And if you're just not sure, hand in the air, come right over. Can be straight or bent. And feel the points of contact between your back, your shoulders, and the bolster. Imagine that you are giving this lovely backwards hug to the bolster. Using any of the muscles for that hug, but instead gravity is rising up and just gently tugging on your arms. This point, you can stay here for your Shavasana final relaxation, or you can slowly roll yourself off to the bolster, off to one side, and then maybe just roll right onto your back for Shavasana. If there's another shape that would serve you better, then move there. Wherever you find yourself, fill your lungs up there. Hold yourself full for a moment at the top, and then sigh, let it all go. Allow yourself to just melt down into your mat. Just simply be. fingers, toes. If you are still in supported fish, take your time to really slowly roll over to one side off of your props. If you are on your back, you are also welcome when you're ready to bend your knees and roll over to a side. Notice the beating of your heart, the movement of your lungs with your breath. Feel the air on your skin. Slowly press your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands onto your body in whatever way allows you to feel connected. Soften your shoulders. And then empty your lungs, push all the air out. Inhale, fill yourself all the way up. Hold yourself full at the top. Let something go with your exhale. Give yourself thanks for showing up for you, for the movement of your body, for the breath, for the beating of your heart. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. There is no rush to get out of here. Any props you borrowed can just go out in the lobby in the corner on the floor. Announcement-wise, we have a sound bath coming up on Friday, August 9th, 45 minutes with me. We have cycle teacher training starting this Friday. There's still some space if you're interested. And then we have strength instructor training starting on August 10th.